Hey everybody, welcome to another con video. This is a con support video on a skill, the adding and subtracting um, negative numbers. Okay, so I'm just going to go through here and do that with you guys. So adding and subtracting negative numbers, click on that. And I got my little handy whiteboard here that I'm going to pop up. We can use, you guys can see what I'm doing. As this is loading in, I'll just erase this and get it set up. Remember, the key here is basically just to change subtraction to addition and then make a common form, and then you're good to go. So this one is basically integers, right? So let's go through and do it. You got 17 plus negative 8 plus negative 8. Okay. So are there any subtractions here? No, no subtractions. So now we can just add integers on the scoreboard. So I recommend the scoreboard. I'm going to leave it here off to the side. Let's do it. Positive 17. So 17 on the positive side. 8 and 8 are both on the negative side. So what you have is a total of 16 on the negative side. Or add up your total negative, add up your total positive, and compare. Who's going to win here? The positive. By how much? Take away the losing side. So you always take away the losing side. What 17 take away 16? 1. So the answer here is positive 1. Go here, put a 1, and enter, and go to the next problem. Okay? So the next problem, let's model it. Just going to kind of erase all this. And you've got 3 plus negative 4, take away 8, take away negative 1. Now in this case, you've got some subtraction. I see subtraction here and here. We're going to change subtraction to addition. Remember, subtraction can be changed to addition as long as you add the opposite of what was being subtracted. So we're taking away positive 8, the same as adding a negative 8. Taking away can be changed to positive or adding as long as you change what's being subtracted to its opposite. So what's the opposite of negative 1? Positive 1. So taking away negative 1 is the same as adding a positive 1, right? Some of your teachers might say, oh, well, negative times a negative is positive, right? Or they might say, whenever you see a negative and a negative touching, just put crosses through both of them, make them pluses. I like to just change subtraction to addition. And when you do that, subtraction is the same as adding the opposite. That's it. Okay? And here we go. We got 3 plus negative 4 plus negative 8 plus 1. Now it's all integer addition. So we can put on a scoreboard. There's my scoreboard. The 3 goes on the positive side. The negative 4 goes on the negative side. The negative 8 goes on the negative side. And the 1 goes on the positive side. Remember, you don't put the signs because you already have them on the sides. So we already know what direction they're going. And it's like a tug of war. You got the total strength going on the positive side compared to the total strength going on the negative side. That's it. So in this case, you've got 3 and 1 on the positive side. The total strength is 4. Now you've got 4 and 8 together on the negative side. The total strength there is 12. Who's going to win this tug of war? Obviously the negative. So we can put a negative in a box. We know the answer is going to be negative. And how much do they win by? Just take away the losing side. So what is 12 take away 4? 8. So the answer is negative 8. And that's how you do it. So you go over here and you put negative 8. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Next one. We're going to grab whiteboard. We're going to erase the whiteboard here so we can start fresh. Same exact process. See if I can move it over a little bit so we can see better. Perfect. Let's do it. We got 19 minus 11 plus negative 17 plus negative 19 plus 11. Okay, this is kind of funny, right? Because I'm looking for a subtraction that I can change to addition. And there's no subtraction here except for this one right there, I guess. The negative 11 there is actually take away 11, right? So we can change that because we can say that taking away a positive 11 is the same as adding a negative 11. Okay, fair enough. So now you have 19 plus negative 11 plus negative 17 plus a negative 19 and then plus 11, right? Well, if I put this on the scoreboard, right, we would put positives and negatives to compare. But hopefully you guys are noticing what I'm noticing here, right? Let's look. You got a negative 11 being added to a positive 11. That's 0, right? Whenever you add opposites, their value is 0. It's called the additive inverse property. And when you add two opposite values, they have a sum of 0. And then over here you got 19, and you're adding to that a negative 19. Well, that's going to be 0 too, right? So all you got to do is look there. There's your answer, negative 17. It's the only thing left, right? So the answer is negative 17. Oh, that's so funny. I put in negative 18. Don't do that, guys. That's a typo, right? Enter. There you go. Now I got it right. Let's do the next one. So let me grab my whiteboard here for this one. All right, and let's go over here to our whiteboard. We got 5 plus -4 plus -7 plus 2. This is all addition, so put it on a scoreboard straight away. That's the funniest looking scoreboard ever. Not the easiest to write with these digital pens. There we go. That's better. And when I do that, I'm going to get 5 on the positive side, 4 on the negative side, 7 on the negative side, and 2 on the positive side, right? And then add up your total positive, add up your total negative, and compare. So you got 7 positives compared to 11 negatives. Who's going to win the battle? The negatives. By how much? Just take away the losing side. So what's 11 take away 7? 4. So the answer is -4. And that's what you go over here, -4. There you go. What's the next one? The next one says, erase all that. The next one says -4. Oh, that's a subtraction. Cool. -5 plus 4 plus -5. Well, -5, we got to change the subtraction into addition. So remember, subtraction is the same as adding the opposite. So if we change that subtraction to addition, we change the 5 to its opposite, -5. So really, this is the same as -4 plus -5 plus +4 plus -5. And I can see here just by recognizing some things that these two are going to cancel out, because what's -4 plus +4? It's going to be 0, additive inverse property. And then I'm left with just -5 being added to another -5. Well, when the signs are the same, we find the sum. -5 plus -5 is going to be -10, right? So that's the answer. The answer is -10. Okay. So I go over here and the -10. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we go to the next one. And we're going to grab our whiteboard again, erase it. And we've got -2, take away -4, -2. Change your subtraction into addition by changing what's being subtracted to its opposite value. So taking away a -4 is the same as adding a +4. And taking away a +2 is the same as adding a -2. So really what we have here is -2 plus +4 plus -2. Go to the scoreboard, put it on a scoreboard if you like. On the negative side, you got 2 and 2. On the positive side, you got 4. What's the total negative? 4. What's the total positive? 4. It's a tie, right? No team won. So that means that value is directly in the middle between the two, which would be 0. So the answer is 0 here. Boom. So you go here, put a 0, and you're good to go. And last but not least, let's go through and do this example. So this example is going to be 5 plus -11, take away -11. Once again, I see those 11s. I'm thinking they're going to try messing me with that. So let's look carefully at it. It's 5 plus -11 minus -11. Remember, we got subtraction there, so we want to change the subtraction into addition. Whatever you do there, it's just going to change whatever's been subtracted to its opposite. So taking away a -11 is exactly the same as adding the opposite of -11, which is +11. So now you have 5 plus -11 plus +11. And obviously, -11 and +11 are going to make a 0 pair, right? They're going to cancel each other out, because any number plus its opposite is equal to 0, the additive inverse property. And so that means your answer is just the 5. Everything else went away. And you're done. Yay! Confetti should fall. No, I guess not. I didn't get a perfect score, that's why. Because that typo. Silly Mr. Fishback. Make sure you guys check your answers before you submit them.